This is the Alchemy workshop, and this is one of my many ways I like to kill time, take a break, release some stress, or just have some fun in my workshop. So this little toy crossbow I bought on eBay, I believe, like 15 years ago, and I had some fun with it. Then it kind of just sat and collected dust for ages. Came across it again and started playing around with it. I'm like, man, I'm probably at about 7-8 meters right now, and at that distance, up to 10 meters, it's pretty damn fun. It did come with iron sights and a really cheap red dot that surprisingly still worked, but the plastic was sold. It actually deteriorated after I messed around with it a little bit. So I put a cheap micro red dot on here. I lubed up the rail, etc. And I'm just shooting at the little air gun target right now. We're going to see how it groups. What's also cool about this is the way you cock it. It's so easy. Shooting a bigger crossbow where you got to use the pulleys slows down things. How many was that? 4 or 5? We'll do one more. So it came with like some cheap plastic bolts. You can buy those replacements. Had like a fishing attachment that was really, I would not trust. And whoa, something went way wrong with that. I think maybe that the plastic vanes on the bolts, some of them came loose. So that was, we'll do one more, just make sure everything's okay. Yep. But yeah, bow fishing's illegal here anyway, so that sucks. But I mean, it's a cheap plastic thing. What I did is I 3D printed this dovetail to Picatinny adapter and was able to put this cheap, it's a brand called Aka, it's a German store out here. Cheap micro red dot, a little bit hard to set up. But we'll go take a look at the group. I mean, some of those seem to fly high, and the last one was like dead on. It could be me. I did have too much coffee today. We'll take one more shot and go at that balloon. That's how you make it fun. No, like we'll look at the group, but yeah, a lot of times when I'm working on something, I get kind of stuck or need a break. That's kind of stuff I find to relax. And not a bad grouping. I've gotten even better with it, but this one's hard to see, but those 3 came out pretty good. That one, I think that was me. One of them did seem to not fly so straight. There's where the balloon was. And that other one bounced off the wall, so I'll look for it later, see what went wrong with that. And I'm holding the camera where I can't see it, so I hope I wasn't shaking around too much, but we'll get another look at that. I'll try to hold it centered and still. And down. All right. So, yeah, I gotta say, for how old this thing is, and it hasn't been well taken care of, and how cheap it was, it's actually pretty damn fun. I did lube the rails right before shooting, so that might have made the first couple fly a little higher. I don't know. But generally, it groups pretty damn good at within 10 meters. These bolts, they're, I don't know what material it is. It's some kind of alloy, aluminum, I guess, but they're considerably heavier than the little cheap plastic ones, and they lasted a lot longer. But I'm shooting at a target backstop for a rifle range. You'll see like somewhere it went in really far. That part was it's been shot out already. But when they hit into that stuff, most of the time I can't pull them out with my fingers. I got to get pliers. And if you pull on the backs of these, then the veins will pop right off the back. And then that's probably what happened with that weird one that flew up high and hit the wall. I haven't totally zeroed it in, to be honest, either. So I'm just looking for groupings. It's close. This red dot was just, it's kind of a pain, the whole design. It was hard to figure out even. It's weird. I did 3D print finally a cover for it because that'll save the battery. Because this one, it's always on. And I think to remove the battery, it was a pain in the butt too. So when you cover it, it'll put it more into a battery saving mode. So hopefully that'll help it. But the red dot's like super, super faint on it. I don't know if there's a defect with it. They were going to throw it out at my work. And I was like, oh, I can throw it on this thing. But yeah, this thing's quite a bit of fun for just backyard plinking. Wouldn't really take it hunting, but I guess it could. I mean, it would definitely take out small pests like rats, stuff like that. Well, yeah, that was like still kind of surprised after all this years has held up. The only thing that does make me nervous is when I'm loading a crossbow, I'll load it from the side and the front, and I'm never going to put my fingers behind where that string can hit. This one, there's no option. You'll see with the size of bolts, to even get the safest distance, I'm still going to get whacked there probably. And it's hard to even just do it. I don't know. I don't know how well I'll trust the mechanism to last on this. So that does make me a little nervous. So usually I just kind of like do it as fast as possible and squint. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of range. I can get to distance in here, but even I can get over a little over 10 meters if I go up the stairs and shoot downwards. So I think here's another one that's been sitting collecting dust. This was I thought it was advertised as a recurve. I can't remember, but it was a bow I bought off Wish for like 5 years ago. I seriously can't remember how much I paid. I don't think it came with a stabilizer. It came with a funky sight. That might still be the same one here. Did have the whisker biscuit. I did have the string upgraded. It was advertised something pretty heavy. There's no way it was that much. But I'm guessing, yeah, the draw weight's probably about 40, 50 pounds. Not terrible, but yeah, you'll feel that. If you're just doing target shooting, it's a little overkill. And this one too, surprisingly, has held up. So the next video, I'll kind of do some plinking with this. I might take it outside and get a bit more range.